everyone, it's your girl Brain Shanae, and today I'm here to share with you my book review for Hear Voices book tour. Today is my stop, and I'm going to be doing a book review for an Ashe Cayne novel, Eagle Rocks. This is the fourth book in a series, but it can be read as a standalone. This is a new to me author, and I cannot wait to share with you how much I just enjoyed this book, and I think you all will love it as well. But first, I would like to thank Amistad Books and Ian K. Smith for providing me this amazing book, and I also like to thank Hear Our Voices book tour for allowing me to be part of this amazing tour. So let me go ahead and get started with this book review. Off the bat, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the pacing of this book. This is like a crime mystery book where it's located in Chicago. And we are featured Ashe Cayne. He was a cop, but now he is PI. He's a private investigator. And so one day he gets a call about a billionaire's murder. And a billionaire, he gets murdered in the most mysterious and weirdest way possible. So he's pretty much in charge of finding out who murdered this billionaire. And this billionaire is very famous. I feel like a lot of billionaires are known for something either politically or whatever, or have connections. So he's on a mission to try to figure out who had killed this billionaire. But as he's doing his investigation as a PI, he is not only investigating one murder, he's investigating 4 now. So this book progresses like a lot, and it progresses quickly. So I feel like when you read this book, and if you love mysteries and stuff like that, this book is for you. And the pacing, I did not have a problem with it whatsoever. I actually really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed Ashe Cayne, Carolina. I enjoyed her as well. I enjoyed that for within this book, we not only investigate the murders, but he also talks about like the main character Ashe Cayne. He talks about his own surroundings in his city and in his community, in the Black community as well. He talks about the Black churches and what have you. And there was a few things that it brought to mind that I took notes on. Which hopefully I'm not spoiling this for you all, but I thought it made me think about a lot of things, because this book is absolutely amazing, and it makes you think about other things rather than just the murder as well. It makes you think about what happens in your own communities and so on. So this was on page 140. It says George Floyd's murder wasn't just a wake up call for racial and social justice. It was also a call to our people that we need to do better, have higher expectations, be more unified. We need to stand up and challenge old norms steeped in inequity and systemic racism. And so we think of, like, just when he thinks about all this stuff in this book and how he brings up these topics, it makes you think as well. And that's what I really enjoyed about this book the most, is because we're not only trying to figure out who murdered all these people, but he's also talking about things that's happening in his own community as well, which I really enjoyed. Also, I will let you know, I am terrible when it comes to mysteries. This entire time, I was maybe about 90% into this book, and I still couldn't figure out who had murdered all these people who were part of it. Like what was going on? Like, I am terrible when it comes to finding out, oh, like, you did it, he did it, no, she did it. Like, I'm completely terrible at it. But it came full circle, and we figured out who had done what, so I was like, okay, I wasn't too far off, but I was off. Overall, I really enjoyed this book completely. I also like the key points that Ashe Cayne brought up in the last parts of the book, where it talks about, like, nothing's gonna happen to him. He goes on to say, white middle-aged man, connections all through Washington, nothing will happen to him. He'll be allowed to resign, then disappear into some $1 million corporate job or in the back office of some political action committee. And then someone asked Ashe Cayne, but if it had been you, he ends up saying, I'd be buried under the jail somewhere in steel pants. So he also talks about the double standards, and also how some people are, how it says no one is above the law, but I feel like but he's pretty much saying the laws don't seem to be applied to everyone. And I think that's what he was saying as well, as a whole, as to another reason why he is no longer a cop and became a PI. is because in the system it is broken and it's corrupt. He not necessarily said that, but then again he said that, right? So it makes you think about a lot of things, and I just fell in love with this book completely. And I'll even read the synopsis for you. It says, Private Eye Ashe Cayne returns in this dark and gripping mystery to investigate the death of one of Chicago's most powerful players and uncovers nefarious secrets that threaten his own life. Billionaire Elliot Cantor, who ruled a mammoth real estate portfolio in Chicago, was a creature of habit. His trainer came to the house 3 mornings every week for a 5:30 workout. By 6:30, Cantor was in the car, and his driver raced him into the city to his barber, where he'd get a shave and trim every morning, then head over to his offices on Wacker, where he had 2 young assistants who tended to his every whim and demand. He always ate breakfast at his desk, then spent all day in and out of meetings, growing a business that had already made him one of the wealthiest men in the country. There were few surprises in Cantor's world until he died in his sleep at 77, leaving behind a vast fortune, a grieving wife and son Simon, and 5 grandchildren. But Simon Cantor has suspicions about his father's death and enlists Ashe Cayne to investigate. The probing private investigator learns Elliot participated in plenty of after-hours activities, including a sex trafficking ring. But that's only the beginning of the evil the investigator discovers as he dives deeper into Elliot Cantor's hidden world, a journey into darkness that may lead to the end of the intrepid Mr. Cayne. So, yes, there's a lot of things that this story unpacks. Just from reading this book alone, which once again, this is the 4th book in the series, but it can be read as a standalone. I really want to read the other books previous to this because I want to get to know Ashe Cayne prior to him being a PI. Because like I said, before he became a PI, he was a cop. So I really want to get to know him even more. Now, he is flawed. He has, everybody has their flaws. No one is perfect. And I will say sometimes in the book, it can be hilarious at times too. So I like the banter, and I feel like if Ashe Cayne was a person, I think I would get along with him, I think I would. But overall, I highly recommend that you read this book, read the series. Definitely, I'm going to be reading the first 3 books in the series because once again, I really want to know who Ashe Cayne is prior to him being a PI. I want to know everything that happened to him, even though it recaps a lot of stuff in the beginning of this book. I'm curious. I'm really curious, and I just really want to know. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I'm excited to read more. Now, FYI, this book comes out August the 6th, so it's not out just yet, but you still have time to pre-order it or request it from your library. But once again, this book comes out August 6th, so you still have time to pre-order or definitely support your local library. But yeah, get ready for a very fun ride with Ashe Cayne. I look forward to hearing everyone else's thoughts once they pick it up and read it. I actually loved it and enjoyed it. I hybrid read it where I was able to listen to the audio plus read the book, so that was also a nice touch. So even if you don't get the book, the audio is amazing, y'all. Absolutely amazing. So I don't want y'all to miss out on it. But once again, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I really enjoyed the pacing. I'm not a huge mystery person, but this book definitely piqued my interest and wanting to read more. But that is it, you guys. That is my book review for this amazing book. Once again, I really hope that you do pick this up. But once again, I have to thank Amistad Books and Dr. Ian Smith for providing me this book and also by writing this amazing story. And thank you once again for Hero Voices Book Tour for letting me be a part of this book tour. But thank you all so much for watching this book review, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye everyone.